Who's ready to unbox yet another 65th anniversary Aurora something or other? Because that's what we're doing today. And I'm super excited for this one. Hi, I'm Ryn, and welcome to Ryn.the.Dragon, where I collect things, especially dolls. My social medias are linked down below, and let's get to today's unboxing. So, I have a 2-pack here that I pre-ordered back in May, and it released July 1st, and they're here. They got here a few days ago, and I'm now able to unbox them, and I'm pumped. I wanted to wait until I, change my doll display before I can unbox these, and I have a schedule. But they're here, and I'm talking about the 65th anniversary collector Malificent and Aurora dolls. They retail for $100 on Amazon. I'm not sure if on the Disney store. I didn't check. I just pre-ordered them on Amazon. They're $100. And something that I've getting a little sidetracked. I'm pre-ordering it if I can pre-order it. Even though I saw when I went onto the Disney store, that the 17-inch Aurora doll went down from $150 to $104. Which is I was like, no. It's fine because I got her on release day. I pre-ordered her on release day. Well, not pre-ordered. I ordered her on release day. As soon as she released. That minute. But I was like, oh man. And so eventually these dolls will probably go down in price. So if you really want these dolls and you don't want to spend $100 on them, maybe they'll go down in price. Maybe during Christmas they'll go down in price. I didn't want to take those risks for myself because Aurora is my favorite Disney princess. And so I was like, I'm spending full price, and I knew what I was getting into. But I will say, these things tend to go down in price as time goes on. Now, we're going to get to the unboxing. These dolls, before I actually take them out of the box, are in a box that is it looks cool, but also covers their faces. So, I don't know how you display them the way that they are set up right now. It's definitely going to be interesting. I don't even know where these are going. I bought a 17-inch doll, a second 17-inch doll, and don't know where she's going either. Because I have a pile of unopened dolls. I have a situation going on in my room. So, where these going, the Lord knows. I don't. They also put them in the most sturdiest boxes ever, which I appreciate. Until it's time to open them. Until it is time to open them. Because they use super glue. They're extremely thick boxes and super glue. And I could never open them without doing some major damage. Just look at this. I didn't do that. So, at least it's already prepped for me to rip off. And you can kind of see them, I guess. But here they are. This is my first ever Maleficent doll. Oh my gosh. It also damaged this is my second doll unboxing of the day, and both boxes are damaged. This one in the front, the other one in the back. This one's more noticeable because it's literally in the front. There's nothing on the back. Like, oh man. This is my first one with like a mostly blue dress, because I have a pink one, I have the purpley one with the pink and blue and the shifting and stuff. And I have this one. Something I will say is her face is so beautiful. I'm going to do a little comparison for you because I have another one. Another expensive Aurora. Not quite as expensive, but kind of. If you really think about it, if you split this down the middle, $1.50, $1.50. This one's $75. So the pricing is, yeah. Gotta smell that new doll smell. So we're gonna quickly do a comparison on the two faces. Her face is so beautiful. They look relatively the same. They're both like, you're looking straight on and you're looking to the side, so they're looking in two different directions, but I think it's the same face mold. Because they tend to, for some reason, they tend to use different face molds every single time they release these dolls, and they never really look the same. And like, is this the same character? And it is. Now let's look at them together. We're gonna look at Maleficent first because this is my first ever Maleficent. And this is a very beautiful Maleficent. I'm glad I got this one as my first one. And of course my first ones have to be the most expensive ones. I don't make the rules. My wallet does. Or the release dates do. They think they conspire with each other. But her green and purple eyeshadow and her face sculpt is amazing. They like released a like $150 Maleficent by herself, and I did debate getting her. I just couldn't justify it because I have other stuff that I wanted to get, and I was like $150. She may become part of my collection. She may not. I'm glad I at least have one, and it is a very elegant one, so even if I don't have that one, I have a very elegant one in my collection. This is not going to be the only Maleficent I have in my collection, though, because she is stunning. And she has like shimmery on her little robe and a little bit of pink, which is interesting. You wouldn't think she would have pink like ever, but it is 65th anniversary, so you gotta get a little different, little fancy. And this one, can we talk about this one? This one is beautiful because it's a different take, and I love it because this is like, even though it's with Maleficent, which confuses me when you have this dress as the dress, because this could either be one of two things. Actually no, she's only seen her in the blue dress, which is me. I'm getting confused. This dress right here would have been perfect, absolutely perfect, if Philip was next to her. Right? Because when you really think about it, the blue to pink can be the representation of her, like, me having Philip there and it's about to turn pink again, it's like going to start from the bottom and go turn pink. That's just like what I'm getting from this dress, that it's turning pink. It's getting into the pink instead of turning blue, because when she saw her, it was already blue. I think when she put the dress on, it was blue, and she wore it blue when she was sleeping and all that time. Then she wakes up and it's pink. And I love them so much. I think the thing about like the whole debate on what color her dress should be is honestly, it depends on what time period it is. Is it before she meets Philip? Not before she meets Philip, but like before, if she's by herself, blue dress. If she's with Philip, pink dress. I would even settle for like a mishmash of blue and pink, like this dress, because it represents both dresses. Like the 60th anniversary, like 17-inch doll, represents both colors. I think that the blue going into pink is really pretty. I think also like another one would be pink going into blue. What is going to be, if they do that one, it's going to be amazing too. And this one has, so this top part is the part that's pink. The under part is blue. And which is like cool, love that. And so it actually, like when you look at it, it looks purple because the background is blue. And I feel like it's that for more than just like symbolism. I think it's really because like this fabric underneath would be a lot easier if it's just one color, and then having the pink on the mesh, because I feel like it's easier to dye mesh than it is this shiny fabric. But the representation, and it has like a bunch of flowers on it, and I'm just going to call them roses because that feels right. And when they say lips red as the rose and stuff like that. And then we have Maleficent also with her staff, and it's green. Does it glow in the dark? Whenever it's this shade of green, I feel like it should glow in the dark, and if it doesn't, it's a crime. But I also just love glow in the dark, so that's my reasoning behind it. Another interesting thing that, gets me. Yes, dolls are plastic and happiness and stuff. If I was next to my foe, I don't think I'd necessarily be smiling. That's just something it's not necessarily important, but I do think it's interesting that she is smiling. It is the same mold as the Radiance Collection doll, so I get why, because it is like a very like elevated mold. This one just has like eyelashes, but I wouldn't be smiling next to my enemy, especially if she put me in a sleeping curse that I was supposed to sleep for 100 years, and in some variations she does sleep for 100 years, kind of thing. This right here is amazing. And like these two black strips are like velvet, and then this is the shiny like satin fabric, and then we have the little sparkly, they're iridescent, I think. Yes, they have a purple to green shift. I don't know, like right now this is green, but you can see they shift from purple to green, and I don't think the camera's going to pick up on it, and the camera's not picking up on that detail, which sucks. Yeah, the lighting is just making it look purple. And her cape at the top is also velvet. She also has the tattered mesh that you can see on the sides. And I love it. I don't have any Auroras with the blue dress. And so having this one, it's like, yeah, the blue dress is pretty. I'm obviously like pink over blue, but my favorite color is pink. The blue is pretty. And then we can see the sides. This side is green for Maleficent, and this side is pink with roses on it for Aurora. I do think it's very interesting that we have two Disney princesses that like flowers are roses. Because we have Belle and we have Aurora, and they're both like beauty. Like beauties in there, like Beauty and the Beast, Sleeping Beauty. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish they weren't both roses, just so we can like differentiate, or different colored roses to differentiate between the two of. I'm getting off topic, but because they're both red rose. They're both red roses. And I'm like, Aurora was wearing pink. Hers could have been pink. Or white. I don't think yellow though. And I don't think Belle's should have been yellow. I think the red pops with the yellow golden dress. But yeah. Let's see their shoes. It's going to be kind of a challenge. Maleficent's are kind of sandally with heels, obviously, and spikes. Kind of like the box vines, black vines, ankles, and it comes up to the ankle. And the toe part has spikes on it. And Aurora's are blue, light blue, with roses on the toes and swirls on the sides. Out of the shoes, I would wear Maleficent's over Aurora's. I just think they're cooler. I don't know if I will be able to show you, but there's her shoes with the spikes and the vines. And there are hers, so you can see them. Okay, when comparing these two, her crown has more detail to it. It's more like pronounced like grooves, and this one has a more intricate necklace because it has like the jewels are colored, whereas this one just kind of protrudes out more. And yeah, both are produced by Mattel, so that's probably why their faces are the same, because Mattel was like, we got it, we have a mold already. And they probably used the same face mold for Maleficent as well. I just don't have that doll to do comparison with. Probably the same face mold. And Mattel does it for me every time. Their face molds are my favorites. Their details are nice, and it looks like the characters, and they're just like, you guys are doing something. And so yeah, I really love their face molds, and they do come with stands. Now I'm going to put the plastic back on them, and we're going to read the back. Disney Collector, Maleficent and Aurora. Maleficent tricks the hypnotized Aurora into touching the spindle, fulfilling the villain's prophecy. The classic Disney Sleeping Beauty scene is captured in this collector's edition set, with hopeful Aurora in a blue dress and a villainous Maleficent in a flame-inspired cape. This dramatic movie moment is yours to keep forever in your doll collection. Oh, so that's what they're doing it. I will say again that in her, technically speaking, we're doing movie-based scene. Her dress was blue the whole time. I just want to add that in there. dress was blue the whole time, and when she touched the spindle, she was not smiling. When you really think about it, these are technically my first Disney collector dolls. I'm not including the 17-inch ones because the 17-inch ones are 17 inches, and they're not like your typical like doll size like this. So I'm not really including them. They are Disney and they are collectors and they are limited edition, all of that. But these are in the traditional like doll size, especially for Disney dolls, traditional size. And I will be keeping them like this for now because I, again, don't want to get rid of the box. And even though this one is damaged, and it's noticeably damaged too. It's not even like something you can hide. They're sticking up and it's dinged up, and I'm typically not one that really cares, but I don't know. This is the second Aurora thing the box has been damaged. It's the second one. She was the first one. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. I am glad I have them in my collection, even though I know eventually they will be like half the price or like $75 or something weird like that. I'm glad I got them now in case they sell out, and they don't do that because I don't know. I can't predict the future. Can't see into it. And I'd rather have them, and then instead of worrying about trying to get them later when they're double the price. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!